Our guest today is His Excellency Hanna Pevkur, Defense Minister of Estonia. His Excellency, Estonia and the UAE have been cooperating in different sectors. Now, what are the chief areas of defense cooperation between the two countries, and how do you see it evolving over time?
Well, I believe, first thing we have to understand is that, the risks, the threats, those are universal. When we talk about terrorism, when we talk about military threats, then they're quite universal. So you have to tackle these risks, you have to fight with these risks also in a universal way. So you need to have defense capabilities like cyber defense, navy, air or land domain, all is linked. And this is why, of course, being here in IDEX is very, very important because, all the big players are here. Estonian companies are here. And coming to the practical point of view, I'm very happy that one of the most successful autonomous system and robotics companies in Estonia, Milrem, has very good cooperation with Edge Group. Edge Group bought also some of the shares of the Milrem, and we see already how that has helped also or benefits both sides. That Estonians can offer what we have, and the most we have are the brains, because we don't have not so much heavy industry, so we don't have tanks, we don't have the fighter jets, but we can make old tanks smarter, and we can bring to the battlefield some of the systems which are maybe not very well known, like battlefield management system, some automation, some robotics, some unmanned systems. So this is where we are. Drones, of course, cyber capabilities. So this is where we are very good. And I truly believe that here, not only Emirati companies, but also other companies in the region and militaries, first and foremost, can benefit a lot cooperating with Estonian companies.
His Excellency, given your reputation as a cybersecurity leader, a global leader in cybersecurity, in fact, and close ties with NATO, um, how is Estonia helping to bolster NATO's cyber defenses, and what lessons can we learn from that?
Well, reality is that Estonia was the first country who faced the large-scale, state-orchestrated cyber attack. So in 2007, Russia attacked us in a very large scale. So we had to basically close all the connections to the outer world and start to reopen them piece by piece. So since that time, we have heavily invested to the cyber defense. And this is why we are one of the best, if not the best, when you talk about cyber capabilities in the world. And of course, also NATO saw that we have these capabilities, and our experts are really, really good. And we established in Tallinn also the NATO Cyber Defense Cooperation Center. So it's a center of excellence. And not only NATO members, but also many other allies are there. So we have actually also Ukrainians, we have Japanese, we have people from other in the Pacific region. So this is what we do. And, at the end of the day, we are all standing for the same goal. So to have the safe environment, and not only in physical world, but also in the cyber world. And the cyber world has no borders. So
Absolutely.
when you have someone who attacks your systems from China, then it might happen. Physically, it's very difficult to come from China to Estonia. But in the cyber world, it's just one click. So this is why we need to be very careful. It's a global issue. It's a global threat. And thankfully, yes, we have some very, very good people working with that.
Absolutely. So it's a case of global brains coming together to create a strong cyber defense, I think.
Yes, and then, Estonia hosts also NATO's biggest cyber defense exercise.
Right.
Cyber Shield, and then we have lock shields, and we have some other exercises. And this is very important. And we have some very good companies who can basically mask your own systems, or duplicate your systems to check them safely. We call it through the cyber range service. So basically, you will create a cyber range. You can test your own systems and to see are they bulletproof or not. So, and this is where we are very good, and we can do it also remotely. So again, you don't need to be, for instance, here in Abu Dhabi to conduct a training or conduct an exercise. So this is where we see that our expertise can be very valuable also to this region.
His Excellency, with a growing threat from non-state actors, how is Estonia working with its partners to enhance, um, particularly in the context of hybrid warfare? How are you working with your global partners and allies to strengthen cyber defense?
Well, one thing we have to understand is that hybrid threats are not only in the cyber world, so not only the cables. Hybrid threats are everywhere. So we see the increase of hybrid activities from Russia all over the Europe, and that means that they are testing how far you can go, not having still the conventional war. And we've seen attack on some people when we talk about Russian opposition. So Alexei Navalny's associates were attacked in Lithuania. We've seen that they've even conducted murders in different European countries. We've seen that they tried to intervene to different elections. In Estonia, they attacked the car of the Minister of Interior, the personal car, also some journalists. So, they're always like, Russians are always like testing us. So what you can do, first, you have to have very good intelligence. Second, you have to have very good intelligence cooperation with your allies. Thirdly, always come open with these cases. When you have something like this, bring it to the justice, bring it to the public, and show what your enemy, what your adversaries are doing. So this prevents also maybe from the future attacks that first, we have the capabilities and capacity to catch you, and secondly, we will bring you into the justice.
Now, Estonia has been at the forefront of defense technology innovation. So, can you tell us some of the key strategic defense investments that you have been dealing in and how this is helping the country advance its defense goals?
Estonia, as I said, is a small country, so we don't have heavy industry, but we have a lot of good companies who can, bring the innovation to life. We are hosting also the NATO Diana office, which is the center of innovation or the accelerator. So in innovation accelerator, where we have all around the Europe different companies who have come to Estonia, where we boost them up, where they can have a very good environment for innovation. And of course, when you talk about different innovations, then for us it is important that we will give the legal framework for that it's free. We are also open for global businesses because, for instance, we have one program called e-residency, which gives the people the opportunity to be the Estonian e-resident, establish a company, having all the relations done electronically, and establish a company very quickly. So Estonian e-register is open to be or ready to open the legally binded or registered company in half an hour, even less. The record is 18 minutes to establish a company in Estonia. So this is what we do, and for us it is important that those companies who want to bloom, who want to grow, that they have the environment. Of course, our tax system is very simple, so we don't have any exemptions, anything like this. So we try to keep it simple. And for us, it is important that the economical freedom and legal freedom is something which helps the companies. Of course, sometimes you want to have even more freedom, but also we are a member of European Union, and this is why some of the regulations still apply. But our aim is to bring more and more companies to Estonia, to boost the defense innovation, and especially in these fields where we really can add some value: cyber, IT, high-end products, robotics, unmanned systems. So this is the biggest focus for us.
Right. It's exciting to see where Estonia is headed because there's so much that you're doing by way of innovating across key sectors and bringing up new schemes. So it's a really, I think it's a really dynamic and exciting time for Estonia right now.
It is, and actually for defense industry. So defense industry has grown in last 3 years around 3 times. The aim is to increase the revenues again about, let's say, 4 times in 2 3 years. I see that it is possible. I also see that we are boosting that from the government side, that we created the one acceleration fund, which basically is aimed for the not for the startups, but for the scale-ups, because
Right.
normally this is the toughest. You are inventing something, but then you don't have the money to scale up. So
Right.
we invested or we created 100 million fund for this. Also, we will establish a defense industry park in Estonia, so specifically for the defense industry, not only for the old-time ammunition plant, but also for the new drone companies, cyber defense companies, all this. So yes, we are trying to build up the defense industry because the reality is at the moment that defense industry is the fastest growing sector in Estonia.
Now, we know that modern warfare integrates a lot of technologies into its essence. Now, what role do you see for Estonia going forward? Developing all these, integrating technologies and developing its capabilities that extend beyond, let's say, NATO and into other sectors as well.
Well, of course, integration is one of the key topics because when we take all the weapon systems, what you can find, even when you go today to IDEX, you will see, hall full of different gadgets, different weapons, different weapon systems, software, etc., hardware. And now is the key question: how you integrate all these systems into the capabilities. So you need to have the possibility to interlink or merge those systems somehow, and this is very, very important. So first, of course, you need to have the software. Secondly, you need to have the standards, and of course, thirdly, you need some good people to do that.
Absolutely.
So it is important to understand that sometimes we have standards. Let's say, I will give you an example. We have in the world or in NATO, we have a standard for artillery ammunition, which is 155 millimeters. But that doesn't mean that all the weapon systems can fire the same shell. So now is the question that, how to be on that level, that you can have interoperability and you can have interchangeability.
Right.
So, and these questions are very important. Of course, I'm saying often that, Ukrainians at the moment are the world champions of interoperability because they have so many different weapon systems in Ukraine, but they can all operate them. So, and I believe also for the defense industry that those companies who want to be successful will have to come to the market with the products which can be interoperable. Because when you have only one product, nobody will buy that because you cannot use that with other systems. So it's a huge challenge also from the software side, and also then cyber defense again, because you need to be those systems not to be penetratable. So many questions ahead, but the world is moving very fast. AI is coming, and this will open all the new systems. Space is coming, so we don't have 3 domains anymore. We have 5 domains, and this is totally different situation.
Absolutely. Like I said, it's exciting to see where Estonia is headed in terms of defense technology, in terms of innovation, in terms of AI. I'm sure it's poised for a great future going forward. Thank you, His Excellency, for your time.
Thank you very much for this interview, and I hope that I was managed to bring some light also what we are doing and how we are proceeding.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.